So let me start class now. Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So today we will start with first thing when we talk about a data scientist, the role starts with data, it ends with data. Now we need to understand how data is being generated, right? So I will start with an example today with yatra.com, right guys? So what you do here, if you go to yatra.com, you click on that, you come to this URL here. Now, in their website, they have different segments of business. One is flight, one is hotel. You can go to holidays, you can go to business, you can go to cruise, adventurous, or you can go for more products which they have like train, forex card, activities, monuments, explore, and preview. So these are what they have created. These are the different segmented business they have. Now, when you want to book a ticket for flight, you just click on flight ticket. Then you go to one way or round trip. Let's select as a round trip. You select it as a personal or official. If you are a corporate client, you will go for official. Else you will go for personal. Let's say I go for official now. I select the location that I want to start from Bangalore. I want to go here for Bhubaneswar, right? Then I select my date when I want to travel. Let's say I want to travel somewhere near to October or let's say September. So I want to travel on this day. Then my return day would be 18th. So this is what I selected my departure date and my return date here. The number of travelers, I put it as 1. I choose to go by non-stop flights, then I search for the flight over here. The moment I search for the flight, it shows me the list of flights which is coming with. It shows what is going to be your departure flight, what is going to be your return flight here. If you select this part, then below it's showing that how much cost is going to occur to you. Then you can select that how much you want to pay here. The moment you click on book, it takes you to another page where it shows what is the price of this ticket and you need to give your own details, that is called contact details. So let me take you there. So this is what you review. This showing the base fare of the ticket is given, the fee and surcharge is given, the total fee, if there is any add-on you have taken, or how much you're going to pay, what is the e-cash, if you have a e-cash and you want to redeem that cash is also showing here. If you have a promo code, you can apply the promo code to get some discount over. Below here, you give your entered traveler details. You put your email ID, you put your mobile number, you put your first, let's say I go for Mr. I put it as Devendra. I put it here Das. It is asking for my date of birth. I choose my date of birth. Let's say I go here and I choose it somewhere like 1983. I put it here February 2nd. Then I give my, though I'm going to book this ticket through my official connection, so it is going to give, I have to give my GST number so that the bill will come through my GST. Then I choose any add-ons if I want to go for, otherwise I just go for proceeding to pay. I don't have any promo code, I just simply say that proceed to pay. The moment I come for the proceed to pay, it shows me what would be your payment mode. The payment mode I choose it here for net banking. I choose it for ICICI Bank. Then I can see what is the cost which I need to pay there, which comes along with your convenience fee, is also coming as total 7,586. So this is how you can go for making the payment through, right, guys? So what happens, you as a customer or you as an user who is coming to Yatra site, selecting the segment as flight, and you are giving all your information. Now, I want to show you here, guys, how normally data is being generated here. This is the back. If you understand about how the data analytics architect, if somebody is going to ask you, could you please explain me how data flow happen in my organization? So you start with first, you go to URL. Second, you look, so first you write yatra.com, then you go for looking at all the segments they have. You select flight is the segment where you are looking for. You choose whether you want to go as a personal, like individual, or you want to go by any corporate, that is called official. Then you select whether you want to travel by one way or round trip. You fill out your information over here, departure from, departure date. You go for date, then you go for number of travelers, then you go to search the flights. Now, the moment you go to search flight, it shows you that flight details. You select the flight details. You want to make the payment. You go ahead and look at this is the information which is given as your how much you are going to pay, inclusive of your base fare, fee, surcharge, along with your add-ons. Now, it also give you information like what is the flight number, what is the time of flight departure, what is the arrival time, how much duration is going to happen in terms of your traveling, and if you have any paid meal or economy, this all information is going to capture over here. Then the very next you have information like what is your email id, what is your mobile number. Then you need to provide your information like what is your gender, what is your first name, what is your last name, or you have to give your date of birth. Then you will give your gst number. Then you choose here the proceed to payment. You decide which is the payment mode, and you decide that you want to go with ICICI Bank. Then you make the payment. So, guys, while we are doing this entire process through online, what exactly happening? There are three segments of information we're providing. First, about flight. Second, about your own customer details. Third is all about your fare details. So, how does it happen, guys? Here, it comes with your departure from date, depart from and going to which location, departure date, return date, number of travelers, travel type, flight type. You go for select flight names, flight number, departure time. These all are what happens. It is being stored at the back end as a data. So now let's understand what is happening here. These three information which you have given. Now this data is being stored like you have given as segment as flight, travel mode as return. You are booking the ticket both for return, departure from and going to which location, and date of travel, return date when you have, number of passengers, travel type, economy. Guys, can you please go on mute? Then you give here information like departure time, arrival time, duration, return flight name, and flight number which you want to travel with, departure time, arrival time. This all information like customer information like contact details, customer email ID, customer mobile number or phone number, last name, first name, date of birth of the customer, along with you are given as your customer type as a corporate, or it is an individual, GST number, departure. When you go for departure, what is the booking reference number? What is your PNR number? Return booking reference number, PNR number. This all information is collected about the customer. Then it is going for the fare details where it's showing that if you have added any baggage, what is the baggage cost? If you have selected any specific seats, what is the seat cost? The fare of the air, I mean, what is the total fare for your travel, and what is the base fare? What is the fee plus surcharge? What is the total fare? What is the add-on? What is the customer? How much customer has to pay? What is the e-cash has been redeemed? Is there any promo code given? What is the payment mode? Is net banking? What is that selected bank for the payment? Whether the payment status is paid or it is just visited, they did not book the ticket. So this all information is going to capture through what? It is all captured through your backend database. Now I will take you through, guys, here over this. This is how the backend data which is going to generate within the same day. And I gave you one example of only one customer where you have all this such information is coming. Understood, guys? Okay.
Yes.
Now, do
Yeah.
you have any idea
Yes, sir.
how many data only Yatra.com is generating in one day? Any idea? Any idea, guys, how many records Yatra is generating in one day? In one day.
In some labs.
Some
Relax.
lakhs. Okay. It is exactly. It is sometimes coming to 1.2 million or in between 9 lakhs to 1.2 million of, or let's say 12 lakhs of records which is being generated in one day. Okay. Now let's talk about how the data flow happens. People are going to the website, they fill out their information, that information going through OLTP. OLTP stands for online transactional process. The data is getting fed by the same time. This is called online transactional process, that is called OLTP process. It goes and hit to the backend database. It could be SQL Server, it could be Oracle, it could be Postgre, it could be Hadoop ecosystem, it could be MySQL, the database where the data is going to be hitting and where data is being stored out. From there, we extract, transform those data or loading. This is called ETL process to a data warehouse. In the data warehouse, you got data in three form. One is called metadata form, one is called summary data, one is called raw data. Now you are going to metadata form means what? As it is the way it is coming. Summary data means what? If the customer has visited in a day for 4 times, it will show only one time. So how many times this customer visited? It says only record is 4, but the transaction is going to 1. It's not going to show multiple times. This is called summary data. Then you get the raw data form. You take this data to different department specific. For example, if certain data is required for marketing, that goes to marketing team. Certain data is required for sales team, they will take their sales team data. Certain data is required for our operation team, that is called customer relationship management team, they will have that data. Certain data is required for the finance team, they will take the finance data. Anything related to finance, like how much customer has been paid out, what is the base fare, what is the surcharge, what the convenience fee, is there any redeem, is there any promo code, is there discount which is given to the customer. This all being captured by whom? By this or data is being captured to the finance team. So same way, CRM team will take care of your booking reference number, your PNR number, your travel date, your traveler's name and date of birth. All information will be captured by whom? CRM. If you want to go for cancellation or anything, then you will make a call to the customer care executive. That is the team called CRM who will have those data for you. So once this data is being stored, these are called data marts. Understood, guys? The concept is through OLTP to the database, from the database to the data warehouse. In data warehouse, you have metadata, you have summary data, you have a raw data. Those data is for the connected to create different data mart. Each department wise, they pull their data from this metadata or summary data or the raw data. Now, this data is going to use by a data scientist. How the data scientist is going to use that data? They'll go for accessing this data, they'll analyze what is happening to the business, they'll make a report, that is called visualization effect, saying that what is happening, why it is happening. Then they also work on the data mining, where they'll work on the prediction part. So this entire process journey starts with a data scientist. You should have an understanding when you are going for applying as a job and saying that you came from this experience. The first thing they'll ask you, can you please tell me about your data flow architect? How do you get data? Whether you get data monthly basis, whether you get data daily basis, or whether you get data every weekly basis. So what is your data source to you? You have to explain this process them thoroughly. Then you explain how this data is going to the data scientist, and what data scientist, once data scientists get those data, what they do with those data. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Understood this process?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the next part of it, when you get this data, so being a data scientist, what you work on? You work on how to get new customer. Second, how to segment my customer, who are more premier customer, who are non-premier customer, who are the more regular visitor or regular traveler, or who are the irregular traveler, and if they travel alone or if they travel with the family. So what is the appetite of my customer when we want to target them for entire yearly plan? So we have to understand their travel history, we need to target them, we need to promote them, and we'll try to return back to our services, right? So you might have seen that GoIbibo, Yatra.com, Make My Trip, they always send SMS to you, to your mail, saying that this is what the cashback offer going on in this card, right? Understood, guys?
Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir.
Next part is called customer retention. Okay, so once you have acquired those customer, you will go for retaining. They should not leave your services. Timely you intimate them about what are the offer, what is the promotion is going on, so that whenever they want to book the ticket, they should continue with you rather losing you and going to any other vendor. Then we go for doing a special offer promotion to retain back. So this is called as a life cycle, guys. So in aviation department, they acquire customer, they segment customer, they make a strategy for retention, they make a strategy for promotional offer, so that the customer will start using their services time and again. Based on that, this is what called as an entire life cycle. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so this is what we understood about data, how data is being generated. Okay, now I have some questions, guys, right? Okay, Guys, tell me what is OLTP?
Current data.
What is OLTP?
Online
Present data is
transaction processing.
So what does it do?
It will collect the data from the
Is it
front end.
happen daily basis or is it happen weekly
Yes,
basis, monthly?
yes, sir.
daily basis.
It
Daily
happens
All of
in
them,
every second,
Daily
right?
basis.
all of them, sir.
So this is called
Yeah.
just in time approach, JIT approach, just in time approach. Okay. Now
Okay.
the next, once the data goes to the database, what happens? There is some staging is created. The data is automatically going to source into the targeted table, which is called metadata, which is called summary data, which is called raw data, right? And that falls into which area? Data warehouse. Understood now, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
When data is being pulled
Yes.
and stored into these are the targeted table, this is called extraction, transformation, and loading. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
from this data, we pull data to each department wise, because marketing team, they want to do analysis, they want their data, so that data will come to them as a marketing data mart. Sales team, they want to do the analysis, that will go to the sales data mart. CRM is going to, CRM means customer relationship management, or operation team, they'll have their own data mart, and finance team will have their own data mart. So they will pull data. Now this data goes and being analyzed. You know how many data scientists are required? Data scientist for marketing team is required, data scientist for sales team is required, data scientist for CRM team is required, data scientist for finance team is also required. So data scientist is such a role which is aligned to each and every department. Are you getting it? It is not only one guy who will work across every tool. Each and every department, they have multiple data scientists who are working for them. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, we have finished this, how to go for reading data files. So what I'll do now, guys,